Because I feel like at this point in their careers, if they're still getting nervous is just going to be something they have to learn to play with. And if that's something they can overcome, I have high hopes.
And the Soniqs will be the 2021 NAL champions! From the United States of America, representing the North American League, it's the Soniqs!
You only need one more! And there it is! One of the best plays that we've seen at this tournament! The Soniqs, in remarkable fashion, will take map number 1!
Any coach for the Soniqs, and I think everybody knows this, even going back to Joe Bro, is always going to be more of a mental coach and keeping people in check, making sure things are done, making sure we're playing correctly, not goofing off, and less of a strategic coach, because everybody knows I make all of our strategies. I'm a very humble person, but I'm the smartest player in this game, so I like to do everything in that manner, and it's just something I've always done. It's something, it is more work for me, but I just think that I could do it better than everybody else, so that's why I do it. So I think Lauren has done a great job continuing what Joe did in terms of managing personalities, making sure everybody's keeping on track, making sure when we are having a rough stage that we do have the mental ability to bounce back like we have. I feel like if we did not have a good coach, a good person to help manage personalities, that continues to spiral down instead of us going back up. So, I think Lauren's done a tremendous job dealing with adversity, which honestly Joe really never had to deal with because we were always good.
Yeah, adding got us to the roster was, I think, big for us because, losing Joe, if we just had that empty space, it would have caused our team to be pretty much in shambles. And I think she has a lot of previous experience. She played herself for many years. She's been around the Soniqs itself for many years. So, she knows what team environment should look like. She knows how they should play out and everything. So, I think it's just somebody good because a coach role is almost like a father figure to a team, they're there to help you when you have problems with, for example, other players or strats or anything like that. It just gives you another point of view. So I think she's been really good for guidance and everything. So I definitely think it's helped us, and now we're playing in much better form.
So after Invite, there was obviously a big shift with going from 6th pick to the whole attacker repick phase. I think that shifted the meta of the game a lot. I think things have gotten a lot more aggressive. We were considered already an aggressive team, but none of the teams that we really went against, I guess, were able to match that aggression until we got into stage 1, and that was when everything changed. And after Invitational, it felt like the teams that we were playing there were on one level. And then when we got to NAL for stage 1, it was everything shifted. Everybody else had time to practice with the new attacker repick phase, and we were still coming off of, oh, this is how we played at Invite. It did pretty well. Let's see if it still works, and it obviously did not.
The Soniqs last year were the #1 NA team in terms of attacking, and we were also the 2nd fastest attacking team in the world. Coming into this year, especially after Invite, we kind of figured that would carry over after attacker repick. In a way, honestly, we thought it would just make it easier, which it has, but what it did was make it easier for everybody else. So, if I'm a better IGL than, every team in the world or almost every team in the world, a lot of my strengths as an IGL were kind of hindered because now teams can just have pre-rehearsed setups and strategies with repick because you always know where the site's going to be, what operators you want to bring. So there's less in-game adaptations, and it's more just, okay, the site's here, they have this operator, let's run this. So I underestimated it, and then going into stage 2, completely reworked all of our attacks to once again become faster, become the best in NA.
Yeah, ever since Invite, I think the meta has shifted it's almost like a complete 180, I think during Invite, we saw the meta from LATAM and the teams from APAC, we saw Damwon do their runs and everything in the major, and they were really strong. And I think nowadays, now it's just completely LMGs, you're just getting swung by 100 bullets on 150. It's a lot more aggressive. A lot of teams started picking up players that were fresh blood and that were a lot more aggressive, and I think it's perfect for the play style. I definitely think the meta is definitely more aligned on guns instead of strategies. I think it's basic setups. You run around, you know, you pick like your Alibi, your Oryx, your Legion, and you just, you know, I mean, you just field day. You have a field day because, I mean, before then, the meta used to be like you sit behind a shield, you sit like per Malusi's and everything like that. And nowadays it's just, you know, you pick your guns, you get your walls, and you just pray to hope to God that Finka and Zofia aren't just swinging you.
Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen, and see if we can get that upset from Mirage. Got that hashtag trending. What was it? Something from Nyx?
Hashtag pulling for Nyx, shooting for Nyx, something like that.
I'm gonna find it.
Either way, basically everyone needs
In Nyx
Mirage.
we trust. Oh no! Bad turn of events for Grixer as he walks into an area the map he was not expecting to find anyone. Goes down with the case in hand. And unfortunately for Supr, there just really isn't enough time to find these last two players or get the case down on the ground. So Mirage will win it on the 0 timer.
Supr, as well as Kansan, working their way in behind the games bar. They've started at the plant, and Kansan, no, he doesn't have the kill. Instead, Supr's Overwatch has been gunned down, and Nyx will secure that kill as well. All trust lies on the shoulder of Nyx for North America. Back we go. They'll jump right into the open arms of Benji, who now has case control, and they'll back things off. This is looking like a flawless round, unless Yeti can get a kill here, and, well, he's not going to die at least. So a makeshift one for Mirage as they play it out perfectly. Nyx is going to hold things down inside of Study, and a beautiful shot out of Marmalade. She has been lights out here today and making things so difficult for the Soniqs. She's looking for even more as there's going to be two built up around the area. Another kill soon to follow, but it's going to go to Melted again, and Mirage put 4 defensive rounds together. It's beautiful fights here, and Benji doing the most right now from Pantry. Kento to take down Supr, and it's left up to Yeti. He's somehow gotten back into sight, found himself a Kento, but Nyx discovers him from China. And Mirage maintain their advantage, even though it just got tied up.
The only Kansan in the fight here, not going to be able to stop the plant realistically, and Nyx as well rushing forward to get one more as a flawless round comes up on the board, and pretty much instantly, the Soniqs will call for a tactic on also time. Quickly running out here as Yeti gets another kill, but it loses only other teammate. It's all on Yeti, and he can't do it. Mirage pull off the upset and deny the major berth here for the Soniqs. They've got to wait a few more days to try and confirm their spot, as Mirage once again is able to bring in the upset against them to find a massive victory at the bitter end of regulation time.
I mean, you can't hang your head on it. If it was like you were playing Mirage for something and like that was like your only chance to do it, that'd be a little bit different, I think. But for us, we put ourselves in a pretty good position to, we were in a position with our last 3 games on the line. We had to win 2 out of the 3 to qualify for the major. That's still the story. That's still like what's going on in our heads. And that was a loss that we shouldn't have happened, but you can't hang your heads on it when the season's not done. So it's like you're still playing for like the cheese, the big cheese. You're going the big cheese is the major. You want to go to the major. So that's still on the line for us. There's no time to mope. There's no time to hang your head. Like you can give yourself a night basically, but you got to be back on your feet, head on your shoulders, and like ready to like prepare for your next opponent, because that's what matters now.
Yeah, you know, players like Mirage, they're just the best players when it doesn't matter. Scrims, they're really good. When they have nothing to play for, they're really good, but they get folded when it actually matters. So.
Yeah, I mean, so we play Parabellum tomorrow. We play them for a major spot, so I think, I mean, obviously it's a huge game for us, but we've been here before. I mean, I think every game last year we were playing for a major spot, if not for like first place in the league. So it's nowhere we haven't been. You know, we have international experience, so the game itself shouldn't have any more importance than any other game. You know, we are playing for a major spot, but just it should be the first or last game of the season. They should be the same importance. But I mean, Parabellum, I think they've always had that like untouched potential. I didn't see them doing, I think, this well right away. You know, I think Gunnar was a big X factor, and Gunnar's been their top performer for the league, and I think he's like top 3 rated, top 5 rated, and so I think Gunnar's really helped them. I think they are a little bit too dependent on Gunnar, but again, I think it's a team that you don't sleep on. You know, they have a very unique play style, but I think it should be a good game nonetheless. You know, I think we know what maps we're gonna play. We know their play style. You know, we've done some VOD reviews, so I think it should be an exciting game for them.
I mean, Parabellum, when I look at them, I see 3 points available, and us going to Germany, which would be sick. And I think everyone's like locked in. We all want to beat these guys. It's been echoed 1,000 times throughout the week, and we're expecting to go in there and be able to play at our best, and if we play at our best, we should win.
That's Soniqs' main strategy out the window, and now they have to try and recoup. It's going to start with Yeti and Kansan getting some big kills, and Kansan for 2. It'll knock it all down to Gunner, who's playing inside of the laundry rotation with so many guns trained on him.
Gunner left alone here inside of the 1v4. Will attempt to make the play to stop the plant, but quite obviously will work out. The Soniqs get a definitive opening round, and they are happy about it, man. They're
Kool-Aid currently laying down inside of the dorms, awaiting the arrival of the Soniqs, and so was Gunner, but Rexon, oh my. Gonna work his way back through Z, has to worry about the split player. Supr's gonna get tagged up, he doesn't have a rotation through that, but it's gonna be Yeti.
He's made the play correctly. Problem is, Grixer doesn't have support for his feet there. He's going to be shot through it. Penguin able to finish him off, but Supr as well, translating another kill for the Soniqs attack in the process. He'll also make sure that the kid's dorms is restored, as he'll be able to take down Penguin, leaving room open for Yeti to get the plant down on the ground, and Eska nicely shot, but it's brought him down very, very low to only about 10 HP to play off of here in the 1v2. It'll be surrounded by Supr as the Soniqs solidify at 3-3 has.
Blast can battle back though, but so can the Soniqs in their own regard. Rexon's gonna pick up one. It's all down to Eska now, who's trying to work his way down the tower stairwell. He'll be able to take down Yeti, but still a lot to do for this job. Has so many angles to worry about, and what an ang from Grixer. Soniqs feeling themselves as they'll be able to take the lead.
Penguin, how did you die to a smoke? What are you doing? Are you shaking?
I cooked it out of
Are you fucking shaking?
Soniqs only have 2 more rounds needed now to be able to
Nice!
get this one down. Eska's going to try to project that day of the night.
How?
A little bit
How did I
quicker
do that
to
to you?
blow up. But at minimum, it is going to waste a bunch of time. Candelas are in though. Gunner that's not the right read. Supr's movement has worked out well for him here. He's even going to be able to go for 2. A third sits in his future. If he can line it up, and he'll get it. Supr absolutely shutting down the play right now from PB. Blaz has been the only one that can make anything work so far for this attack, and it's in complete ignorance of Supr's position upstairs. Even Blaz about to lose himself. Kool-Aid got another frag going. They pinched out the player in the bathroom, but now Kansan has dealt with Kool-Aid, so there goes that advantage. Blaz is alone here in the 1v3, and Yeti with the...
What is wrong? Are you 32? I am 35 years old!
A frag grenade in will take down Kansan. I thought he slipped through the cracks, but he didn't. What a shot from Grixer, though, as Rexon will take down another Parabellum. It's slipping through your fingers. Grixer will get taken down from Penguin, as he won't let this go quietly into the night. It's up to Eska to get anything done for Parabellum. The Canadian team needs him at a time like this. Frag grenade in hand, it'll go out, but it's not going to hit its mark. A shotgun, up close and personal. Supr will end it, and it's going to be the Soniqs going all the way to Berlin, Germany, after they miss out on the first major of the year.
We're not shit anymore.
We might lose to Knicks, but we'll never lose to Gunner.
Let's go.
Undefeated against Gunnar.
Hey, you ready? Thank God, bro. Hey. Oh, I got a fist bump first.
And yeah, North America is clearly just, I think even the experts would say, is above the other regions right now. We have the Invitational champion who can't even get top 4 in our region. Us, who are the NAL champions and top 6 at Invite. Dark Zero, the major champions. Astralis, second place at the major. XET, top 6 at the major. OXG, top 6 at the major. Parabellum, who we just beat, but they're an incredible team. And then, like, you know, pretty much outside of Mirage, every single team here is competing at a very high level internationally. And every single game is, it's honestly down to the wire. You have to, every single game is stressful. There's no real freebies anymore.
As for how I'm feeling, it feels great because we're not, shit anymore. We made the major, so we're still top 4. We are either going to be first place or second place at the end of the play day, so that's really good. And that will, decide what seed we are when we go there. So overall, I'm feeling really good. Huge dopamine boost. You guys are feeling really good. We're all really happy.
Yeah, I definitely think we still have a lot to prove. We definitely want to try and win an event. Just placing high isn't like, it's not what we want. We definitely want to win. I think NA is the best region right now, so I think if anything, it's kind of like expected NA to win, but we just have to make sure we play our game and prove ourselves again.
I mean, obviously, if I won the major, that would be insane and kind of be like a storybook ending, like Peyton Manning winning the Super Bowl and retiring kind of thing. That would be awesome, especially for me. We did win NAL finals. We had really deep runs at Invitational. I've made deep runs at majors, but I actually haven't won a real major. I've just won the NAL finals and the qualifier for Invitational. So It would like, I couldn't even imagine. It would just obviously be kind of a storybook ending, and I think we're good enough to win it.
With the word being around that Seth is retiring, which I mean, I don't think is really like surprising people because he's mentioned it before in stream. Seth has been looking into people that can fit into our system. He does do a lot for us, you know, like he does like our VOD review, he does our strats, like he does like shot calling, so he's gonna help us adjust without him. Yeah, I mean, he's retiring, he's looking to go into a different spot in the Soniqs, and that'll give us a new player. It's kind of like a new, like fresh air, you know, like a breath of fresh air, because this is the longest team, or the longest standing team that I've been on with the same 5 players, because every team I've been on before, we've always switched out play every split. So it's gonna be a little weird, because I know when we lost Joe, I was like, you know, a little bit off put because Joe's been here the whole time. So like with Seth, it's gonna be a little weird because, you know, you're used to Seth's mannerisms, what he does. It's part of chemistry. You don't have to call as much in certain scenarios because you know what he's doing or he knows what you're doing. So you're gonna have to rebuild that with a new player.
I was told by somebody that I'm kind of a unicorn in gaming. You know, at least careers as a player do not last as long as mine has. And I guess I'd agree with that. I'm the oldest player, I think, on any team in a major region right now. And in a way, it's kind of like an honor that I'm able to, you know, still hang around. If I was 10 years younger, I'd be smoking everybody. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a change, not waking up to get ready to practice, to go over strats, to do all the things I do. I'm assuming I probably find more time on my hands and I'm gonna have to find something to do, but I am excited for the future after as well. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think I can even remember the first time I played on stage. I have been playing for 15 years now at a pro level, going to events, so I honestly can't even remember. Today was in a way meaningful for me because when I went there, I knew it could be the last time I played on a stage, and it worked out that, you know, I'm gonna get to play in front of fans one last time, and that was a big deal to me. So, you know, I wouldn't say it felt any different. It just, I went into that match like truly, like most of the time when I go into a match, I know I'm not gonna carry, I know I'm not gonna, you know, I'm the support player. It's not me who's gonna necessarily win games, but in that match, I wasn't gonna let us lose. Yeah, I know, you know, that we have the like meme from Invitational where they ask, do you have anything to say to the fans? And I just go, no. But the reality is like none of this is possible without fans. The Soniqs wouldn't exist without fans. This team wouldn't exist without fans. I would still exist without fans, but I probably would not be doing this. You guys are the reasons that anybody gets paid, anybody's able to play video games for a reason. I think everybody's aware that I do a lot for the team in terms of even out of game stuff. And I'm not planning to continue to do as much outside of the game. It's just not going to be possible time-wise. So I think that's going to be, you know, we're going to see what happens there. But if I'm able to find an adequate replacement, and if we can pick up a good amount of invite points from this major, then Stage 3 can, in a way, be a little bit of a, you know, learning to live without Supr kind of stage.
I got my frags.